God's blessings to everyone. This is a DGHradio.com news and information weather update for the United States Virgin Islands, and I'm reporter Taff reporting the weather for Sunday, October 12, 2025, covering the latest weather updates from across the United States Virgin Islands. Today's top weather headline is heat. Dangerous heat and humidity are the main concerns across St. Thomas, St. John, and St. Croix today, with feels-like values high enough to affect anyone sensitive to heat, especially those without adequate cooling or hydration. Plan your day with extra water, more shade, and more breaks. Now the Quick Island snapshot. St. Thomas and St. John, variably cloudy this morning with scattered showers and a stray rumble of thunder, trending partly cloudy this afternoon with isolated showers. Highs near 92, then temperatures ease late day. Southeast winds around 15 miles per hour, gusting to 25. Rain chances are around 50%. St. Croix, a very similar story, scattered morning showers or an isolated storm, then more breaks in the afternoon with only a few passing showers. Highs near 92. East winds 10 to 15, gusts to 25. Rain chances are near 50%. If you have outdoor plans, the first half of the day carries the better rain odds. The second half still feels hot, but showers become more isolated. Aviation summary for our major terminals. At Cyril E. King on St. Thomas and Henry E. Rolson on St. Croix, expect passing SHRA or a brief TSRA, mainly in the morning and again with any sea breeze boundaries this afternoon. Brief drops to MVFR and even short IFR in heavier showers are possible. Winds are light and variable early, turning ESE to E10 to 14 knots after late morning with sea breeze influences, then easing again by evening. Pilots should be ready for quick changes in ceilings and visibility near showers. Marine conditions around the islands remain manageable but not benign. Seas generally stay below 5 feet across the local waters, with gentle to moderate east to southeast winds most of the time. Showers and isolated thunderstorms can briefly push winds and seas higher, especially this morning across the passages and the offshore Atlantic waters. Boaters should keep an ear on the VHF for any quickly developing cells and be prepared to slow down if visibility drops in heavy rain. At the beaches, rip current risk is low for much of today, but a moderate risk returns by tonight along many northern and eastern exposures. This includes parts of St. Thomas. A moderate risk means life-threatening rip currents are possible in the surf zone. Even on a day that looks calm, rip currents can set up next to reefs, rocks, inlets, and piers. Swim near a lifeguard, and if you are caught in a rip, don't fight the current. Float, signal for help, and swim parallel to the shore until you are out of the pull. Let's walk through the day part details. Morning hours feature better coverage of showers. They're being sparked by abundant low-level moisture meeting our daily sea breeze circulations. With some sun breaking through, intense heating gives these cells just enough fuel to pop, but an inversion higher up in the atmosphere keeps a lid on widespread or long-lived thunderstorms. Expect the most frequent showers south and east of the islands early, then drifting over land and toward the northwest side of higher terrain. Through midday, keep lightning safety in mind. If thunder roars, go indoors. As we move into the afternoon, the lid aloft weakens only a little, so the general trend is toward fewer showers and more breaks in the clouds. Temperatures remain in the lower 90s and humidity stays high. That combination is why heat remains the main hazard today. If you must be outside, pace yourself. Wear light clothing. Check on neighbors and coworkers who may be more vulnerable to heat stress. Tonight, winds become more easterly and hold near 10 to 15 miles per hour, with lingering spot showers mainly over the waters moving onshore at times. Lows hover in the lower 80s island-wide. Looking ahead to Monday and Tuesday, a strengthening ridge aloft continues to suppress widespread storms. That means the pattern remains typical tropical. Passing morning showers, then a few afternoon buildups mainly over interior and downwind areas, but most places stay in and out of brief showers rather than seeing long rain periods. Temperatures again push low 90s for highs, with the heat risk staying elevated. Breeze picks up a bit on Monday, easing Tuesday night. Mid to late week changes are on the way. By Wednesday, the upper pattern begins to shift. The ridge that has kept a lid on storms starts to give way to a trough. Cooler air aloft increases instability, and a frontal boundary approaches and stalls north of the region. By Thursday through Saturday, expect a more active setup. Lighter, more southerly surface winds draw deeper tropical moisture over the islands, and afternoon thunderstorms become stronger and more widespread. That raises the risk of urban and small stream flooding, especially where storms train or repeat over the same neighborhoods. If you live near poor drainage, plan now for ponding on roads and allow extra travel time late in the week. Outdoor events should have a sturdy shelter identified and a lightning plan. The heat risk will continue, even as storms increase because humidity stays high. By next Sunday, signals suggest ridging tries to reassert itself with gradually quieter conditions. For our mariners through midweek, expect gentle to moderate trades, seas below 5 feet on average, and the usual upticks in and near thunderstorms. Late week, watch for more frequent cells and localized squalls as the pattern turns more unsettled. Always check the latest forecast before leaving the harbor, and remember that any thunderstorm can create sudden gusts and steep, choppy seas. A quick word on the broader Atlantic picture. Far to our north in the western Atlantic, leftover energy from an old storm system continues to agitate seas well away from the Virgin Islands. Closer to home, that has minimal direct impact today, beyond a small northerly swell mixing with our easterly trade waves over the offshore Atlantic waters. Farther east in the tropical Atlantic, forecasters are monitoring a tropical wave with some chance to organize in the coming days. It poses no immediate threat to our islands, but it's a reminder that we are still in the season. We will keep watch and keep you informed. Safety reminders as you plan your week. Heat is today's primary hazard. Drink more water than you think you need. Take frequent breaks in the shade or air conditioning, and know the signs of heat illness, cramps, exhaustion, confusion. If someone shows symptoms of heat stroke, that's an emergency. Call 911. For lightning, the rule is simple. When thunder roars, go indoors. At the beach, keep an eye on rip current flags and heed lifeguard guidance. In the mid to late week pattern, avoid flooded roadways and be prepared for quick downpours that can overwhelm storm drains. Island detail one more time. St. Thomas and St. John, morning passing showers with an isolated storm, then partly cloudy with a few showers this afternoon. Highs near 92, winds southeast 15 with higher gusts. St. Croix, scattered morning showers and a spotty storm, then fewer showers this afternoon. Highs near 92, winds east 10 to 15, gusts to 25. Monday looks breezier with scattered showers. Tuesday is similar. Wednesday is quieter in the morning with spotty showers. Thursday through Saturday are turning more active with stronger afternoon storms and higher flood potential. That's your weather update for the United States Virgin Islands for Sunday, October 12, 2025. Let us know your thoughts about the weather by texting your comments to 1-315-898-1449. You can also join our WhatsApp group and get the news, weather, and other insightful information delivered right to your smartphone. To join, text JOIN to 1-315-898-1449. Please include your name in the text message. You will receive a call to verify your request. I'm your reporter, Taff, signing off for DGHradio.com. Remember, TAF and DGH. Together, we track, analyze, fact-check, and deliver grassroots headlines because on DGHradio.com, the news never sleeps. Ciao.